Welcome back to the Cumbrian Homestead. Just going to give you a quick tour around the back garden here. Turn you around. So I just took the fleece off. You can see it's over there. I need to get it folded up and put away in storage again. But look how well this fleece has done. This is salad rocket. It's absolutely gone bonkers. I have had a picking off it. These are the Lolo Rosso lettuce, ready for the first picking now, as is the spinach. So you can see there's a difference between this was the first sowing and that was a later sowing, so you can just see the slight difference in size there. But that's just, I say, it's really down to having that fleece on, because even though now we've got some, pretty much average temperatures for May, hitherto it's been quite cold. And if you look at the difference between that bed and, say for example, this spinach here, and this is chard, I've had no fleece on this bed at all, although the peas are cool loving plants, and you can see they're in flower now, so they don't mind the cooler temperatures. The main crop onions actually have started to grow quite a bit. And it's quite interesting looking at the difference between them and these are 3 rows of spring onion. So moving down quickly, I gave the shallots a little bit of NPK Growmore. I think there's the brand name in the UK. It's a balance of 777. And then we had I did it because I knew we had some heavy rain coming in, it'd get washed in. And I could tell within a few days the tops just really looked a lot more vigorous, a lot more green, it definitely did a lot of good. The other thing is that some of the early sowings of radish have bolted, but that's fine because these other sowings here now, I mean, look at just, you can see that there, but they've caught up in no time at all. There's plenty of radishes to go at in here, so, but it's getting a bit, I don't think we'll be sowing them for much longer. In fact, I'm not going to sow anymore now. I think it'll be getting too warm. So we're still harvesting chard. In fact, I've harvested and cooked some off today. I think it may run to seed, but we'll just keep doing it until I need this bed, because say we've got some more chard coming on over here. So I've just got seedlings hardened off outside here. Pak choy just come through. I put the kale out today to start, I think it's getting a bit warm in the greenhouse. And I've just made the first sowing of pongo beans. They're a dwarf French bean sent to me by Bill and Val. I've kept them going because they're such a great bean. Those over there are another dwarf French bean. That was my first sowing. They're called, that's the variety Ferrari. These are the Musselburgh leeks. I've just sowed another pot about 4 days ago there. And then this is my bed of beetroot. Again, I had fleece on this, and it's definitely benefited that multi-sown beetroot. It's looking very, very good. Some more spring onions here, multi-sown. But in the frames, this is the last of this one and this one here. Are slightly behind those in the greenhouse, so I can still, those look as though they're just running a seed, but these hill two I could probably get another week out of them, which is fine because even though the Lolo Rosso are ready, I do like these lettuce. And those spring onion are going to last quite a while. They're sort of starting to grow a bit more vigorously now. Down here we've got a few herbs. Dill, these are chives. 4 little pots of parsley there. More chives here, and that's a parsley from last year carried over. And then the mint's doing well. I've taken some cuttings of that actually. And let's have just a quick look in the greenhouse. So you can see that there's just one overwintering lettuce that hasn't gone to seed yet. It probably will in the next few days. I'm probably going to put my tomato plants out next week. I just need to get rid of the shelving thing and put me. I'm going to do them on canes this year. So I've got the wires in, just tie the cane to it and everything, and yeah, my pepper, bell pepper, the seeds just didn't do anything. Not a single one came through. I chitted them and everything, just nothing. So my mate's given me a few, and I think there's kind of a mixture there, yellow and red I think it is. And yeah, courgettes, second sauna courgettes, cheeky curry squash. Yeah, so just a few bunches of really superb spring onions left, and then, like I say, we're getting ready to fill up with the tomatoes. Just want to finish this clip off with a look at the fig. So as you can see, there's a lot of figs on it. Right guys, we'll leave it there. I'll catch you next time. So we're on the 18th of May now, and it's not a bad day today. A bit hazy, but and quite a bit breezy still. There's been a lot of wind, breezy, quite cool wind, but we've got about 15 degrees, maybe 16 today. And I need to get these tomatoes in. I had one of those memories on Facebook thing, and it said 15th of May, and it showed you in here last year, and I was all planted up, so I'm a couple of days, 2 or 3 days late, but it doesn't matter. But you can see they're running out of nutrient, this yellow in here, and I know they're they might seem a bit spindly, but I'll just plant them deep, it's not a problem. So I need to get this prepped, so those spring onions, the last of those, can come out. That lettuce has run to seed now, that'll come out. I'm going to put the peppers and the tomatoes in the house. I don't want to leave them in the wind, so I'll just shove them in the house for now. This shelf will come down, and then it's just a case of I'm going to add some fertiliser and nutrients to the soil. I'll get the canes in, and then I'm going to give it a really good soaking because the soil's really dry, so I'll bring you back in due course. Alright guys, there you can see I've got the shelving down, all the plants are out. I just wanted to show you these spring onions look before I go any further. This is White Lisbon. They were sown about, well, planted should I say, I think it was September last year. But just look at, absolutely fantastic, without a doubt the best spring onions I've ever grown. Absolutely amazing. So I'll be doing the same again. Come September, I'll have some ready to go in for a winter and spring crop. Right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put some applications in here. So some NPK, so grow more, a few handfuls of that. Some eggshell fertiliser for calcium. And some Epsom salts as well. So I'll put that on and just kind of rake it in, and then the next thing will be to get the canes in. So you can see guys, I've got these 3 different fertilisers on top, scattered them. I didn't weigh it out, it's just kind of handfuls really. So as I say, Grow More 777 NPK. That's an all-round balanced fertiliser, granular one, and eggshell fertiliser made myself for calcium. That's to counter blossom end rot, and Epsom salts. I think that's is it magnesium? I think it's magnesium. So I'm just going to lightly rake that in, and then I'll get the bamboo. I'm going to put them on canes this year. Last year I had them, on twine, but I've still got the wire intact, so I'll tie the cane into the wire, and that's the next job. Okie dokie then guys, canes are in. I've used this plastic twine, it doesn't rot, Actually the canes were just a little bit too small to tie into the top wire. Probably could have been better off with 7 foot. These are 6 foot canes, but anyway, that's given plenty of support. They'll be alright. Right, next thing is then I'm going to turn on the irrigation system, see if it's working, and just really give it a good soaking. So I don't know if you can see that. We've got 2 sprinklers, which I'm going to change, by the way. I'm going to put inline drippers in once my plants are in, using 4mm. It just kind of self plugs into the main 1/2 inch line. But there's a wee bit of a problem for just down the corner where that T section is. If you turn the tap on too much, the pressure just blows it out, so I need to get a little Jubilee clip to nip that up, and otherwise it should be alright. So I'm just going to leave that on now, as I say, for I don't know, maybe an hour. Just really try and get it soaked, and then we'll get them planted in. So guys, while that's soaking, like I say, it's not as good as it should be, but once I get a Jubilee clip to clamp that up, I've actually got inline drippers. As I say, I won't use sprinklers, but it's just to get the soil damp really. So a quick catch up on the Veggie Beds. So the multi-sown beetroot's really thriving now. Likes it under that environment mesh, and these are the ones I'm just hardening off. So probably next week those can go out. Savoy cabbage are just coming through, and that's pak choi. First time I've grown that. The Douce Provence peas are flowering profusely, and the chard. This is the first sowing of chard, so you know you could take that now as baby leaf. Same with the spinach. Main crop onions are doing alright, and these are spring onions, they're fine. The sparrows have found this row of peas, but yeah, it is what it is. Most of the rocket bolted on me. I think it was just got too hot really. So there's just a few plants left, and I've sown some more. So in the place I planted some more Lolo Rosso, and you can see where we've been harvesting that patch there, and then you know, like tomorrow or something, we can start to pick this bit, and then we'll come back to that bit. So all those plants there will be more enough. So there's only 2 of us. Spinach, we've had about 3 pickings of that, and again you can see where I've been picking, and then sort of that bit there, that's the next bit to be harvested. And the shallots, they just look amazing, don't they? But the radish, again, you can see that one's gone to seed. There's a few gone to seed on me. It gets a bit too hot for them, they don't like it. That looks like a French breakfast one, that, doesn't it? Anyway, but there's still a lot that hasn't bolted yet. So, still some nice radishes. And also, I've got this 2 later sowings here, so I might get away with that. Yeah, so, and then we've been sort of working between the spinach, like I said, over there, and then this chard, which is from last year. We've been harvesting that as well, so we're kind of working between the 2. But probably, as I say, the French beans will be ready to go out next week, so we'll probably pull that out next week. I've got some topsoil. You can see how much it's sunk down, so this kind of about 1/3 of a bed, I need to top that up, and then we'll get this planted up. And the frames, well, we've still got, because these wintering lettuce were a bit behind, we're still harvesting off those, but I imagine they'll run to seed before too long. So, good morning guys, it's the morning after yesterday when I left all the sprinklers on for about 4 hours, and then I thought I'd just leave it to sort of seep down into the soil overnight, and that seems to have worked very well. So it's about 7:15 in the morning now, and it's nice, not too hot, so ideal for working in the greenhouse at this time of day, because it is going to get out pretty warm today. And so I'm getting these the Crimson Crush, and what I'm using is one of these bulb planter things, and it just works really well. Take out a plug, because I want them, plant them deep, and on the plant here I've just snipped off the cotyledons, you know, the little baby leaves when they first come through. I've just snipped those off. See, there's quite a bit of stem there. Hope you can see that. It's quite a nice root system, and yeah, they just drop in really nicely. Push it down like that, and then drop the plug out, and then just, so they're a little bit deeper now than they were in the pot, which is fine, because any stem will make more roots. It'll make roots, a stronger plant. So anyway, I'll get on and get them all in. Right then, guys. Excuse me. You see the sun's just starting to hit the greenhouse now, so just got them done in good time, really. So yeah, we've got 10 Crimson Crush on the left, 10 Rapunzel, that's a cherry, on the right. I've got 2 yellow bell peppers at the back there, and just here in the doorway 2 red ones. I know I've crammed them in, but it is what it is. I haven't got a lot of space, as you can see. I'm just glad to get them in, really. There's just my basil plants. I've got 8 pots of basil. I usually put those kind of near the path on each side, but I can put those in later today. I'm just happy to get those in.